back up on this again. The oranges went good. Is that what we did yesterday? No. Anyway, best time to be painting is when you're late for work, it seems like. So anyway, I'm going to take this brush here. I'm going to say this is going to be a good color. I was using this for the orange, but I think it's a good color for those rooftops. My memory of this painting here was that this was going super great, but now looking back here, I don't know if it's that good. Okay, anyway. Uh, let's see. Try to find something that's like a... Let's see if we can paint right here. We're going to call that this, and let's see about... What do you think? Can we do a little bit of this tower? Um, maybe this tower, I guess, should be a little bit lighter. Just put a puddle there and moving it around. Okay. And that looks like a good thing for like walls. Let's just take, you get a wall here, a wall here, maybe over here. There's something over here. I don't know what. Looks like a mini church. I mean, if that's a mini church, then this church must be colossal, right? Because look right here, it looks like a mini church. Okay. And this got a red roof. Let's see if we can get a red roof. This was my... You know, the oranges I did the other day was a VIP project, very important. So I got a fresh palette, fresh palette just for that. And that's the palette, and I think this, we'll have to go darker with something with this. So let's try this red here. That looks pretty good. So we're gonna try this roof. And, you know, we kind of mucked that roof up because we painted greenery there. And it's possible I should be doing this with a super fine brush, but since I have this brush in my hand, we're doing it with this brush. Okay, that looks all right, not great. See if we can get a crisp line for the top. And here, go there. Really missed the boat on this one because, you know. And this, that should all get removed, this everything right here. So I'm just painting to hopefully like blot it up. Let's see. It's not really gonna get blotted up too easy. All right, good. And now I want to put like a dark at the bottom. So this is the same color I'm gonna mix with this dark brown here. That's conveniently sitting here. And let's see, I'm gonna get some red in there. I just want it to get darker some magical way. Here we go. Okay, that looks darker. Because you see how it's darker at the bottom of that roof. Okay, here goes. I should have like warmed up because this is a critical area. Oh, okay, that's the tower there. Okay, so and maybe we can just go here, pretend that that's okay. That looks very 3D all of a sudden. Is that dry? Yes. So let's see about doing this tower here. Looks good, I guess, kinda, sorta. So this would be another rooftop here. And I don't know, we'll see, we'll come down here. Try to get some green in front. All right, and here that's supposed to be. I kind of think we should maybe just skip that whole thing because let's just skip the whole thing because we already got all this green here. And to try to erase to get this area in, I don't think that's going to be a good a good idea. Hey, thanks for those comments, the greetings, and the positivity. Much appreciated. Wow, 3 thumbs up. Thanks so much for that, everybody. What is that? Wow, I don't know what that is. Huh. How long has that been there? Okay, whatever. We're gonna ignore that for now. Maybe we can, I don't know, have a, I don't know. Maybe it'll disappear. I don't know. Let's try to. I don't think it's gonna go away. Maybe that's the invitation to make the sky darker. Got a little lighter. Oh well, too bad. My beautiful thing. Okay, whatever. This is coming out nice though. Thank you for those compliments and all the encouraging words. Okay, I'm gonna see. I've never been a big fan of white, but having said that, I want to make a white cream colored thing pretty opaque right to that tower right there. And I'm trying to make this color that Daniel Smith makes called buff titanium, which is just slightly just a hint of yellow and a very subtle hint of green, and that looks pretty good. Let's see if that is good. So I want to come in here and I see that's not really going that good. Well, you know what? Another thing we can do is use the enamel pen and then paint over that. I guess that's probably what we're going to end up doing. And that looks pretty shabby, but I guess it's good for an underpainting. Let me get this here. Let's just pull a little bit out right there. Okay. Whatever, we're going to get back to that after that dries, I guess. Let's see what else we got going here. I was pretty confident once I start drawing lines in there that it's going to start taking shape, and it sort of indeed has. I'm gonna get it like a deep, rich green here and put some brown in to get more deep, rich. Oh, that looks pretty good. I want to see about put some more detail right here. And we had put that in. Let's just sort of come here. I don't really like that, but I don't know. Anyway, you can come here, put some right there. I don't know if it's good or not. We're gonna see later. If later on we look and it looks good, then we'll say, aha, that was good. Okay, here I want to just maybe blend this because I don't know what's happening there. That is supposed to be a roof. I'm just gonna get this random brown and just get some color in there. Okay. And then here there's another tree. Let's see if we can hit the tree. And that was right here. So let's see about that. Does not look good at all, but it's only the first what I recall, not bad. I mean, we gotta start getting stuff in there, that's for sure. I can see about some more another layer on here. I guess, the pros, they do one layer and this looks fantastic, but the wannabes, like yours truly, we are just gonna keep going on it. All right, that looks much better. And then how about over here? Maybe we can just sort of give form in this, or sort of pull this a little bit. I don't want to have a bunch of like round balls looking trees. And then this, we're trying to make this negative space behind that church tower so we don't have to paint a line. So, okay, that looks good. That looks pretty good. Oh, that has depth. Kind of, sort of, right? All right, so I gotta go to work. Thanks everybody who stopped by. It was a great pleasure jumping back into real-time watercolor painting. And that's what we got so far. I got high hopes that this is going to be my masterpiece. We'll find out. So today we focused a lot on that church, which is this church. So I think when we put the blue, steeple top thing, it's really going to pop. All right. Thanks everybody who came by and appreciate all the nice comments. Bye bye.